Hello everyone, I am Dr.Anuj Tiwari. I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Agricultural Extension, Faculty of Agricultural Sciences and Allied Industries, Rama University. Today we will discuss about program planning in extension. So let's explore what is it all about. A program is a total educational job being done in a particular setting, while an extension program is a statement of situation, objective, problems and solution. It is relatively permanent but requires a constant revision. Now you would be wondering what is planning all about. Planning is a process which involves the studying of the past and the present in order to forecast the future, and in the light of this forecast, determining the goals to be achieved and what must be done to reach them. Let's discuss about what is program planning. Now you would be wondering, what is program planning? Program planning is a decision making process involving critical analysis of the existing situations and problems, evaluation of various alternatives to solve these problems, and selection of the relevant ones, giving necessary priority based upon local need and resources by the cooperative efforts of the people, both official and non-official, with a view to facilitate the individual and the community growth and development. Due to the reason that the program planning needs a constant revision, it is important to determine the need of the people. So, according to Liggins, the people's need is the difference between what is, what could be and what should be. Here, the need implies the gap between what is, that is the current situation, what ought to be, that is the ideal situation. There are two types of need. When we talk about the rural sociology, we feel that there are two types of need. The first one is the felt need and the second one is the consciously recognized need. Here are the steps in the program planning. The first step is the collection of facts, in which we determine what are the different resources and facts. Primarily we can say the first hand data we collect from the rural situation. After the collection of all the facts and the current situation of a particular village or rural society, we analyze the situation, that is what could be done in this current situation. After the analysis of the situation, we identify the problem. The problem must be based upon the local need and felt need of the people. After identification of the problem, the next step would be the determining of objectives and goals, in which we determine what would be the future outcome of this extension program in that particular rural setting. While determining the objectives and goals, we develop a plan of work and a calendar of operation, in which we determine that what would be the step by step actions for this particular extension program for this particular rural setting. After developing our plan of work and calendar of operation, we follow up with that plan of work and calendar of operation. Follow up means doing the activities which we have already decided in our calendar of operations. While following up these calendar of operations and plan of work, we reconsider and revision our extension program, that what are the drawbacks or loopholes which have been observed in this extension program. After that, we evaluate these reconsidered drawbacks or loopholes, and the process goes on like this. So students, let's discuss about PRA. The full form of PRA is Participatory Rural Appraisal. PRA is a process of involving local people to the analysis and interpretation of the rural situations. Here are the PRA tools. The first one is participatory mapping. The second one is transact walk. The third one is the timeline. Next is seasonality analysis. After that, there is matrix ranking and Venn diagram, followed by wealth ranking. So, in participatory mapping, we work with rural people in determining and analyzing the map of that current rural situation. In Transact Walk, we walk through the local people and verify what we have seen in the map. The timeline shows the different time in which there have been changes occur in that rural situation. In seasonality analysis, we usually analyze that what was the season long ago. Same as in different type of ranking, we rank the people based upon their resources, we rank the situation of the rural society based on that local or man-made resources. Students, likewise projects are also developed which may be defined as a proposal for the investment to create and develop certain facilities in order to increase the production of goods and services in a community during a certain period of time. For project scheduling and administration of the project, there are two main techniques which are CPM, the critical path method, and PERT, that is program evaluation and review technique. Dear students, let us move toward our new topic, extension. The word extension is derived from Latin roots ex meaning out and tensio means stretching. Extension is that type of education which is stretched out to the people in the rural areas far and near beyond the limits of the educational institutes in which formal type of education is usually confined. Education is an integral part of extension. Due to this and due to the fact that extension is pursued in many other disciplines to educate, motivate and change the behavior of the people, this particular branch of science is also known as extension education. Education is the process of developing capabilities of an individual so that they can adequately respond to their situation. There are three types of education: informal, formal, non-formal. The first one is informal education. Informal education is a lifelong process by which a person acquires and accumulates knowledge, skill, insights from daily experiences and exposure to the environment at home, at work and at play. While the formal education is highly institutionalized, chronologically graded and hierarchically structured education system spanning lower primary schools to the upper reaches of the universities. While non-formal education is an organized, systematic educational activity carried on outside of the framework of the formal system to provide particular type of learning to individual subgroups of the population, adults as well as children according to their needs. Extension cannot be imagined without the communication. Communication, the word is itself derived from the word communis, which means commonness. Communication is a process by which two or more people exchange ideas, facts, feelings, impressions in ways that each gains a common understanding or intent of the message. Communication is incomplete without feedback, while it cannot be initiated without the message. While doing communication with the people in the rural settings or in urban population, we have individual communication, group communication and mass communication. The individual communication includes the face-to-face communication. The good part is here that we get immediate feedback from the respondent, while in mass communication there is the late response. So, if we talk about the practicality of this individual or mass communication, they have their own benefits and drawbacks. In individual communication, it is time taking and relatively costly process, while the mass communication is relatively cheaper process, but the feedback is lowest. In group communication, we have certain type of communication processes, which includes symposiums, seminar, method demonstration, result demonstration likewise. So, in communication we see different kind of communication with different type of people with the locality and the regional analysis also. I hope this type of information would be beneficial for you. You guys are amazing. Keep learning.